Hi there, my name is Fio Mipon, and I will be talking about the well-known artist Andy Warhol. He was born on August 6, 1928 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA. In 1949, he graduated from Carnegie Mellon University with a degree in pictorial design. In the 1960s, he explored silkscreen and filmmaking. In 1968, he got shot by an underground film and rock music star, Valerie Solanas. In 1987, he died of cardiac arrest. In his will, he wanted to create a museum dedicated to him. Therefore, the Andy Warhol Foundation of the Visual Arts was established. He was inspired by artists Jackson Pollock, Willem de Kooning, and Mark Rothko during the 1950s. Abstract Expressionism was famous at this time. In the 1960s, the pop art movement came into effect. Famous artists during the time were Robert Rauschenberg and Jasper Johns. Jasper and Robert's art styles focused on everyday items. This shifted the boundaries of high art, sculptures, and paintings. They gathered photographs from newspapers, letters, maps, found objects as materials. This was to Warhol's advantage, so he could bring his work to the art scene. He wanted to be avant-garde and present in fancy galleries such as Leo Castelli. His themes ranged between fashion, homosexuality, and imagery. His legacy was making fun of materiality and celebrities though hypocritical, for he was rich. So his works based on money and celebrities are themed on American consumerism. He created a book called The Philosophy of Andy Warhol, where you can find the famous quote, "Making money is art, and working is art, and good business is the best art." He became well known for his silkscreen prints of celebrities during the 1960s. He received thousands of commissions from them. He created prints for Marilyn Monroe, Elizabeth Taylor, Mao Zedong, Mick Jagger, and many others. He worked with Glamour magazine and became a famous commercial artist in the 1950s. He's known for his playful art style, rubber stamps, and blotted dotted line approach. His Campbell's Soup pieces were a successful series, creating famous brands of everyday items into basic art. His primary audience is adults, since some content can be unsuitable for children. Such content includes showing genitals in his drawings and grotesque car crashes. An older audience can better understand his darker themes in works like the Marilyn Monroe diptych. His art was authenticated by a group he created called the Andy Warhol Foundation for the Visual Arts. In Warhol's will, he wished that his works be used by a charitable association to progress visual arts. This foundation in Andy Warhol's legacy. The Authentication Board was disbanded in 2011. It does not give out or state opinions on pieces of Andy Warhol pieces brought from the public. It cannot authenticate, represent, or certify by other groups. There are no more submissions for the catalogue raisonné prior to it being published. This was problematic because before the board disbanded, people took their pieces to verify them. Just recently, one of his photographs of prints was copyright claimed by photographer Lynn Goldsmith. This was turned into a court case. Goldsmith's lawyer said something insightful: "Fame is not a ticket to trample over other artists' copyrights." He created silkscreen of American brands and consumerism and used the same images and unsettling colors. This represented the dehumanization and isolation of a product, creating emotionless art. An example would be Warhol's diptych, Campbell's Soup cans, chicken with rice, bean with bacon. In this work, he took two shots of a soup can, one close-up and a long shot. The close-up shot reveals integrity, emotions, and affection. The long shot indicates loneliness, confinement, and the small subject in a big world. They're both two different flavors of soups. He created a lot of prints of the same image, but used unusual colors to dehumanize the portraits. He put images next to each other on a big canvas, colored on one side, black and white on the other. The black and white side seemed more grotesque, the image merging or running out of ink. The colored version of the glorified images on the outside of the colored objects. This technique made the images like a film, in a sequence of full color to not much ink left. Warhol introduced a different type of artistic expression to the art world. In 1961, he showcased his pop art collection of paintings of popular commercialized items. In 1962, he showed his Campbell's Soup prints. He did a bunch of other brands like Coca-Cola and celebrities like Marilyn Monroe. He practiced silkscreening, photography, and printmaking. I've seen Andy Warhol's exhibit at the Vancouver Art Gallery back in 2016. I didn't think too deeply about his prints as I was ignorant and young. I thought they were photoshopped, and since I did not know much about printing back then, now I have a better understanding of his works.